Oh, no,
Okay.
we're live.
Hey everyone, how you guys doing? Welcome to the podcast. We are sorry we've been busy with our personal lives, and you know how it is where we get busy in the summer during the summertime where everything comes up like crazy. So we were able to find some time together with our both of our schedules to meet up and we were able to do a podcast. And we are very excited today. Hope you guys had a wonderful week. I hope you had some good plans for the summer. I hope you had some good plans. Um, yeah, I went to the aquarium. It's been to a while. I went to the aquarium,
Yay,
and it
aquarium!
was a lot of fun. One of my favorites is the hallway where the little circle half dome where the sharks swim around, and you see different kind of sharks. And then the other one is the penguins where you see the penguins dive in the water, they swim around, and it's just kind of cool. It's been a while I've been there, so it was good to go there and check it out. It was a fun activity. It was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, and with the aquarium, last time I went there was like maybe a high school field trip. It was like years ago, but I do remember most of it. Not sure if there's any new changes over there now, but I remember when we went on the exhibit where you got to pet the stingrays,
Oh wait, yeah.
or
hmm
was it manatees?
Yeah, we saw that. We didn't actually pet the swim. We just saw them swim.
Mm.
I just didn't feel like petting them. But you can actually pet the stingray. But I just didn't feel like petting them. I just watched them swim. It was really cool seeing them up close.
And they do feel a little weird, yeah.
Seeing them up close is really really cool. And I also forgot that I went to the Hogle Zoo. Oh man, the Hogle Zoo was a lot of fun. I haven't been there for so long. It changed so much. I'm just glad I went, and it was a lot of fun. Like the giraffes were there one time we went to see the giraffes, and then the zookeepers were up close, they're feeding the giraffe, and I barely
That's
made it in
awesome.
time. Barely made it in time to take a couple screenshots of them up close. I was barely made it in time. So, but and then another time we saw is the polar bear was swimming just in the water, and then I was able to get the little video of them, yeah, just swimming on the pool. It was cool.
In fact, yeah, Raja showed me those pictures as well, and that's where I said to myself, I have to go to the zoo again one day. It's been forever since I went there too. I know there was a lot of change throughout the years over there, so hopefully the changes that they made up there are for the better in the long run, and hopefully it will still be able to thrive on, being still good to visit one day to learn about new, cool, exotic stuff about that place. So, speaking of like big changes and everything, so yeah, where we've been for the past few months, I was dating on and off, and then, getting back into dating now, thinking of doing some new ideas for myself. And for those who don't know, I was actually gonna maybe make a posting about this later on, but I'm not really sure if I still want to. So next week I will be going back to culinary arts school to get my education done. And for those who have seen our first episodes, I said I wanted to make a goal to get the education back to work towards the food truck. So that is step one done, and all I gotta do is work hard and get all the get all the classes passed. There we go. Working on my grammar still. But yeah, just taking it one step at a time and getting myself back up there, looking for ways to drive that ambition back up. So before we continue, I think it's time for a little sports update.
Yeah, so the hockey national hockey league. Um, so I was quite surprised where so the the Panthers were up 3-0, and then they lost game 4, they lost game 5, they lost game 6, and now tomorrow game 7. So tomorrow is free for all. Whoever wins the Stanley Cup tomorrow is be the Panthers or the Oilers. And man, I just can't believe it. And I was telling, we had to run an errand, and then I was telling him on the way back, I'm like, the Panthers don't have to win one more game. It's one more game, and they just won the cup, the Stanley Cup.
They literally had 3 chances.
3 chances.
And
they blew them on those 2 chances. And so I'm hoping on this 4th chance. If the Panthers win, that's cool. But if the Panthers lose, I don't know. I'm gonna feel sorry for the state of Florida. I'm gonna feel sorry for the state of Florida. People are a hockey fan in the state of Florida. You have every right to be upset, pissed off, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you guys.
And that would look really bad
That-
for the team as well, because
If it-
like hardly anything like this happens in, whether if it's like Stanley Cup or even World Series
World
or
I remember.
NBA Finals.
I remember. I can't remember what year it was, but my team, the Vancouver Canucks, we got to the Stanley Cup. We lost. But I can't remember what game. I can't remember what game it was. But we lost the Stanley Cup. We lost, and we had like a huge riot in Vancouver. It was a riot in Vancouver. I can't remember how big it was, but there was a riot. I'm like, dang.
yeah,
I'm like,
holy
dang,
cow.
man. I'm like, dang.
And then pretty soon Utah is going to start getting introduced into the Stanley Cup, idea. And especially with our team. So let's see here. For those who don't know, but chances are you guys probably already saw this on social media right now. So our first season is going to be known as the Utah Hockey Club, because I think we're still doing paperwork and still getting uniforms designed. One thing that I do know is our colors for the hockey team is going to be like a light blue with some white and black, which are not too bad.
It's not too
colors,
bad. I don't have a problem with the color.
Oh yeah, same here.
And so by the way, they passed the questionnaire date for those names. So now whatever, I don't know what they're probably the top 4 now. I'm guessing. I don't know.
I'm guessing it's going to be top 4, because I think the deadline was the 20th, and they did mention there's going to be one more vote period after that.
There's one more. So hopefully it's the top 4, and then I hope we just pick one. To pick one this time. Pick a one.
So in that final 4, choose what you really want. Yeah.
Really want.
And I think our top 4 options, we still have the Yeti, we got the Mammoth, the Outlaws are up there as well, and I think Blizzard is number 4.
I think you're correct. I think you're correct on those top 4. Me personally, I like the Mammoth. That's just me personally. I like the Mammoth.
Oh yeah, and I like maybe cheering for the Yeti idea, because if you think about it, Utah Yeti does have a nice ring to it. But with the other mascot names that if we end up picking, I'm fine with it too. I just think the color idea is a good way to start off, because either way, it's still going to look cool for a uniform.
Yeah. So.
But I'm still excited though that we at least have a hockey team.
Yeah.
So hopefully Utah will get a taste of a Stanley Cup flavoring idea.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard any updates on the Major League Baseball team. Have you heard any updates on that, or is it still up in the air? We're still trying to decide if they want to do that or not.
Let's see.
Because I know the miners are moving to a new baseball field.
Yeah, in Daybreak.
Good.
So
Okay.
for the Major League Baseball idea, I haven't heard any new ideas yet. I know the Oakland A's are going to be in Sacramento for a while.
Right.
Then they're moving down to Vegas, so it looks like
Right.
Vegas had a better offer for them. Well, obviously, Vegas has a lot of money.
I know, right? I know.
But for Utah, though, I don't even know if we are still going to get a baseball team or not. I know they had the potential stadium idea. I remember reading an article a couple months ago. The potential of the stadium. I know to have a Major League Baseball stadium, you need to carry at least for 65,000 seats, so like a minimum or something like that. But they were going to have this stadium be like close to 100,000 people capacity, and that stadium would be huge without a doubt. And of course, with a new stadium, that means new shopping centers, new apartments, new condos, townhomes, basically like another shopping area.
Right. And that's in the downtown Salt Lake area, right?
Yeah, basically by West Valley, by those smokestacks.
Cool.
But yeah, wrapping up the sports date updates. We still don't know if the Jazz are going to be moving down to Draper or not. I know that has been a huge controversial topic for a while, because I know the Draper area is growing a lot.
Oh yeah, and also speaking of stadium, the Jazz. Speaking of the Jazz, the NBA draft is this coming week. I think it's Thursday and Friday, if I remember correctly.
And hopefully our spots, we could get some good players.
So we have 3 picks, and hopefully Me personally, I'll pick someone in the first round, like a very, very good player that's available in the first round. And then me personally, if we have some good players on the team, I would trade the 2 picks in the second round for a better player, for a veteran, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm just being personal. I'm just sharing my personal opinion. But
For sure,
hope
yeah,
they
no
do.
worries.
Hope the Jazz ownership and do a better job this season. Who they want to get. Hopefully, who they draft, and hopefully trade or pick whoever they want to pick and draft. I hope fingers crossed. Hope they do. Hope they do a good job. Hopefully, I'm putting my fingers crossed.
Oh yeah, and speaking of Jazz, I was so happy that they finally decided to bring back the purple uniform. I mean, those
Oh
purple
yeah,
uniforms. I remember when I was a kid, literally helped us stand out as a team. And hopefully that our new players this year, along with the ones that we had for a while, can start working as a better team again and literally start winning more games. Because the scariest thing about this is the whole NBA, association or whatever. Like, I think we still got coaches that are either being replaced or moving to like different teams. Players are wanting to be traded. People feel like they're getting paid only to win. But I think for Utah, though, for us to win an NBA Finals, it's still gonna take a lot.
yeah. So it's gonna take a while to get there. Cause the West just loaded. The West is just so freaking loaded right now. The good the teams in the West are just looking to begin to get the team better, and it's gonna be a long, long while for the Jazz to get in the top 6 or something. Because the West is just completely a gauntlet loaded teams right now.
Oh yes.
And so, like the Minnesota is doing very well. What the Mavericks did some trades before the deadline that helped them improve. They make it to the finals. So the Mavericks, the and Minnesota is doing a good job. And then the Nuggets are still there. The Denver Nuggets are still good. So there's some really good teams. And then the Rockets play pretty well. They're getting up there. The Kings are getting up there too. And there's just so many good teams. You just don't know what happened because they're just training and so they're better. And it's like out of the blue. So that's pretty much it's pretty much you have to pick the field. And in the Western Conference. And on the Eastern Conference, it's the Boston Celtics, Philadelphia 76ers.
Oh yeah.
And then I can't remember they're the third team. I can't remember off the top of my head.
That's all good noise.
So the Eastern Conference is more easier because it's not as loaded as the Western Conference. And so, congratulations on JJ Redick for being the Lakers' new head coach. Even though he doesn't have head coaching experience, even though he played in the NBA, I think he played for 15 years in the NBA, I think I remember correctly. So good for him.
In fact, I think that is one thing that they literally should do more often is like maybe have like really good experienced players, like to see if they even want to be a coach one day. Because of course, if you're a very very good experienced player and if you know all the plays really well, I bet they could teach the rising generation players on how to be good, just like they were back in the day.
Yeah, and then also give kudos to Dan Hurley, even though they gave him the offer for the Lakers job, he decided to stay at UConn, and so.
So yeah, I guess we'll see what happens for our draft, and yeah, there's still rumors about Utah maybe wanting to get Bronny Jr. I still think that would be hilarious. We choose Bronny Jr. Then all of a sudden, LeBron James comes down and they go, I'm signing for the Utah Jazz right now with my free agent.
That's all you're gonna have. I'm getting so right now the rumor that he'll get picked by the Lakers and with the 55th pick in the second round. But I don't know. He could be picked up in the first round, maybe at the end of the first round, maybe we don't know, or the beginning of the second round. I don't know. Just have to see what happens.
Oh yeah, in all honesty, hope he does well. Literally, just don't get pressured just because you're getting chosen by a high marketing team.
He only played for 2 teams. Sorry. He only worked out for 2 teams. He only worked out for the Lakers and the Phoenix Suns. So they're the only teams, and that he worked out with him. And then Missouri from the Toronto Raptors. He said he didn't mind giving a risk. picking him. I don't know what picked the Raptors have. He said I heard he might take the risk of picking him. But so we're just right now we just have to watch the draft and see what the teams want to pick after the scouts want to pick them. Like pick this person, or pick that person, or you have to make that team better. But we'll just watch and see. That's all we could do.
Definitely. And then so yeah, we're just gonna take a few minutes before we wrap things up, since we both got to get up early in the morning. So, with speaking of events, and even though talking about sports is fun, talking about other stuff is fun, but the presidential debate is coming up, which is going to be our personal favorite subject. And then, even though we have mentioned on here before, not really wanting to talk about politics, because my opinion, politics is garbage. But at the same time, though, we are literally getting to a point in our country where things are really not making much sense anymore. Right, Raj?
Yeah, just not making any sense. So we have the special debate, Trump versus Biden on Thursday night at 7 Mountain Time, and so
I guess we'll just see what happens.
See what happens. See how it goes, and see how also depends on the questions are going to be asked. So that's what the bigger point. What kind of questions are going to be asked to them, and see how that debate goes. All we can see when you see. That's all we can do.
For sure. All right, then I'll just take a little moment right here to share a little awesome message for the day. So it feels like every time as we talk about like a fun subject, or where we do like a fun event, there's one word that comes to mind, and that word is value. Every time when we like value something, whether if it's an item or whether if it's someone who we know or whatever we do, it feels like we're either focusing on it too seriously or we're not giving enough time with it. So I had a really, really good conversation with my friend on the phone today just to help me out with some stuff. And we were on the phone for about a good hour and a half, just talking about trial and error in life, and never giving up and always keep trying again. And he asked me a very, very good question. He goes, so Justin, when you spend time with someone where spending money is involved, when the event is over, let's say that person either passed away, or let's say that person moved out of state, or maybe got a new job, and then life is busy all of a sudden, would you value on how much money you feel like you wasted, or would you value the time that you actually got to spend with that individual? And I thought that was so interesting to think about it that way. And my response to that, I just go, well, it just depends on the experience. To be fair, like, true, yeah, there was a lot of it, events that I went to with many friends growing up where I thought they were awesome, very fun memories. But then, of course, there was those events where we all agreed, we were like, yeah, that wasn't really worth it.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, so, yeah, especially in high school, junior high and high school. Like, meet all these different kind of people, and then, like, you decide to be their friend or not be their friend. But you have to go through that experience and how get to know them one on one, what their likes, dislikes, and that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, especially when that comes to dating as well. Let's face it, dude, dating is hard. Like, yeah, sure, I was dating this very awesome person for less than 2 months, but unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. I did thank the person for the awesome experience. I thought this person was great. I honestly wish her the very best. And I really hope she succeeds in what she's looking for.
Yeah.
Because holding a grudge, especially as we
I think that shows disrespectful.
Yes.
The holding a grudge against someone. So. But
especially for something silly because you got rejected. There's just gonna make you look stupid.
Oh yeah. So different topic.
Mm-hmm.
So today we finished an anime called. I know. Okay. Let me take that back. So if you guys didn't, I've been in anime for so back then when I moved to Brigham and back in 2016. and I couldn't find anything to watch. I couldn't find anything. There was nothing good on Netflix. And then
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to one of my buddies like, "Hey, have you heard about this anime? Or you have this? Or you heard about that?" I was like, "No, I haven't heard of it." So I started watching it, and that's when I started getting into anime shows and anime movies.
Mm-hmm.
And then I came across this one. What did I find it or did you find it? I can't remember.
It was you who found it, and you
okay.
showed me the first
Okay.
episode.
Okay. Yeah, I just couldn't remember. So I showed him the anime called Ghost Stories, and I'm with Justin. With the rest, Justin.
Okay, yeah. So basically, like this is for those who are into anime, but of course, if you guys are not into anime, that's totally fine. Like, go ahead and choose whatever. So Ghost Stories, it actually has a pretty funny story behind it. So the main objective of the show is it's about these kids. They say they're in elementary school, but clearly anime makes people look so much older than how old they say they are.
Right.
Well, and I think that's the only thing about anime that really bugs me. But of course, it's a very common trope for it to do. So Ghost Stories takes place in this town where these kids and the main girl character, she starts like seeing all of these ghost spirits that are like trying to take over stuff, and she has to look for a way to stop them. So I guess you could call it like an anime version of Ghostbusters, but it's more of a supernatural feeling. And she basically has to take them all down to stop them from being, destroying everything. So it's just plain simple like that. Now, I've heard this story from my coworkers who I'm working with. They said when the original anime was released in Japan, it was someone from the animation company that made the show came over to the U.S., wanted to get it dubbed into English translation, and they literally said, or they were thinking like no one was really going to watch this anime, no one was going to pay attention to it. So they flat out told the English actors to do whatever they wanted with the script. Feel free to put some jokes in there, not take it seriously. They either regretted it instantly or hopefully they were proud because now, all of a sudden, to this day, Ghost Stories is one of the most popular dubbed animes of all time.
Yeah, when he told me about this, I was completely shocked because when we were watching, I'm like, okay, it does make sense. It does make sense what you told me about. I'm like, okay, it makes sense.
And the reason why it's so popular is because the English cast holds nothing back. It's like playing Cards Against Humanity for the very first time, and you were not aware of all of the very bad jokes in that.
I had that feeling when we started watching like the first 2 episodes of it. I'm like, what?
And the last few episodes get way worse. So
I was mind boggling on the last 2 episodes. I was like,
oh yeah.
I was like, oh my goodness.
They hold nothing back. But this has been a few months in the adventure. Like, that's where like, we might as well finish it. We have a few episodes left.
Might as well. Yeah.
But we were like, oh my gosh, dude, I don't even know if that was worth it or if that was a waste of time. But but in other words, we finished it. So
we liked it, and I was like, yep, it was worth it. It was worth watching. It was worth all. Oh, it has 20 episodes. So just give you a heads up.
Yeah, and then just a heads up, like I said, it's extremely offensive. It's like extremely foul. So I'm just like, wow, dude, this is so messed up. And then I believe it was dubbed in the early 2000s. So it was literally during that time and area where they literally held nothing back.
Yeah, they didn't hold nothing back.
In other words, I'm just gonna flat out say this right here. If like very, very bad jokes, if you find offensive, like don't worry, we will personally not judge if you guys find those offensive or anything, but just so you guys know,
we just want to be aware.
It's extremely offensive. You're like, whoa.
It can be very, very offensive. There'll be some episodes that'll be very offensive. So we want to give you. We're not telling you to watch it or anything. We just want to give you the heads up to give you how it is, how the dialogue is on. So yes, to be aware. Yeah, so we just want to give you a heads up on it. So yeah.
But yeah, other than that, yeah, we hope you guys are doing well. We're glad to be back doing another episode again. We are still going to try doing more episodes often, and we're going to try meeting up again. I'll keep you guys posted on how my schooling goes, and yeah, we'll catch you guys again later.
But that's good. Have a good day. Have a good Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.